Hello guys, here to talk about something that may actually happen in the future. That is a term I have coined scientific reincarnation, basically. But what does scientific reincarnation means? Reincarnation really means to be born in flesh again. But in a couple hundred years, we could effectively be immortal like like Destiny Nova from Alita. Destiny Nova is the main villain of Alita, and how he gained immortality is by creating a new body or a new vessel before he died every single time, effectively reincarnating himself into a new body every single time. Of course, he didn't. Of course, he doesn't have to be a kid again, but basically putting his consciousness and mind into a completely new body. And scientific reincarnation is essentially just that. That. Putting your consciousness or brain into a new body or a new being. Just like Nova from Alita Battle Angel. Yep, now I'll be explaining it. So basically, scientific reincarnation is essentially eventually 3D printing will get so advanced that we'll be able to 3D print our new bodies, or we'll be able to have a robotic body like in a like Alita from Alita Battle Angel, or Cyberpunk 2077. A cybernetic body that can really never biologically die, but can still be killed by accidents or anything, or even the proposed longevity escape velocity where we basically have eternal youth. But eventually, we're going to have an accident and die. Well, basically, to solve that issue, there's two ways to solve it. Number one is basically mind uploading your entire consciousness to the internet and basically being in a digital heaven for the rest of human eternity until who knows what, basically. Or scientific reincarnation. Before you die, your body is transferred to a new body, kind of like in Borderlands 2. When you die in Borderlands 2, you are basically created a new body by Hyperion. Handsome Zack, it's funny how your technology revives your enemies, but does not revive yourself. Kind of a dumbass, really, but enough about Handsome Zack. Borderlands basically describes scientific reincarnation easily. If you die, you basically get respawned with a new body using a 3D printer. Your consciousness and mind and memories are all transferred through the internet, a computer, to your last save point. Basically, what happens in Borderlands 2 is that. Another way of scientific reincarnation that could be a reality is basically before you die, you basically put your brain and consciousness into a completely new body. The Destiny Nova from Alita Battle Angel is a perfect example of this. Destiny Nova lived 300 years, and how he lived 300 years is because he basically just put his consciousness and his brain to a new body. And actually, in Alita Battle Angel, they already got rid of the issue of aging in their body, and basically became a transhumanist society. There's no real old age in Alita Battle Angel, especially most cyborg characters can't really die unless they die by murder or accident. Especially most people in Tempeers, well, they basically cannot die unless by an accident. But in Borderlands 2, scientific reincarnation is explained a different way. Basically, scientific reincarnation, when you die, you literally respawn like in a video game. Basically, because 3D printing is so, will become very, very much more powerful in the future, and when you die, basically, scientific reincarnation will basically 3D print, your mind will basically be stuck in a area, of the internet, or basically the area, and basically you have to basically wait until your new body is created. This area might be like a, digital heaven or something like that until you get your new body, like in Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is exactly like that. When you die in Borderlands 2, You basically respawn by a computer. It would make perfect sense that humanity in the future, when we become a multi-planet species, when we basically die, we essentially respawn via the internet, which would be a essentially cool concept, which explains how the Vault Hunters can never die. Despite Handsome Jack's attempts to kill the Vault Hunters, he can never kill them because he, the dumbass he is, created machines that can literally scientifically reincarnate them from the dead. So good job, Handsome Jack. You really created a invention that does not revive you, but revives your enemies and other beings that can freely use it. Why didn't Handsome Jack use this? Because he's an idiot. Simple as that. So Handsome Jack could have easily used his own technology and revived himself. Maybe Handsome Jack wanted to die. You never know. No. Which explains how your character in Borderlands 2 can come back, basically, seemingly, from fatal injury. And also, your character from Borderlands 2 can come back without any injuries. So it's proved that Hyperion is literally a 3D printer printing you a new body. And this takes instantaneously as well. It doesn't matter, and also it doesn't really matter if the character is AI or not. For example, Crabtrap DLC in Borderlands the pre-sequel, when Crabtrap dies, he basically gains the same exact body. A new body every single time he dies. Which means, theoretically, the Vault Hunters can live forever, using this system of Hyperion scientific reincarnation. Which, even Handsome Jack used it in Borderlands the pre-sequel DLC, but he didn't use his own technology, which just proves Handsome Jack is an idiot. So yep, that's basically it about scientific reincarnation. Do you think this stuff is very, very fascinating? Or do you think it's very, very boring, judging based off the views? That's basically it. Goodbye.